Have you ever felt like your life was already written? Like no matter how hard you try, something invisible pulls the strings? You study hard, yet someone less prepared lands the job. You do the right things, but life still throws curveballs you never saw coming. And in those moments, a quiet question echoes in our minds. Does any of this even matter? We've all felt that helplessness, that chill, when it seems like we're just actors reading from a script we didn't write. But what if the truth is far more powerful? What if we do have a say, not in where we begin, but in where we go? Stay with me till the end of this video. What you're about to hear could shift the way you think about destiny, effort, and the power you hold in every single moment. We often find ourselves standing at the crossroads of doubt, asking, what really shapes our lives? Is it fate or the choices we make? This question has stirred minds for centuries, from sages and scholars to ordinary people trying to make sense of their journey. Some say everything is written, that our birth, our struggles, our success, and even our final breath were all pre-decided. But is that really the whole picture? In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna spends an entire conversation guiding Arjuna through doubt, fear, confusion, and duty. And at the very end, he says something remarkable. I have explained to you the most confidential of truths. Reflect deeply on this and then act as you wish. Now, what does that mean? God gives us the power to choose. That power is not unlimited. You can't choose to grow wings or become immortal overnight. But you still have real, meaningful freedom within the limits of your current circumstances. You're not a puppet. You're not trapped. You have the power to choose. Let's go deeper. Destiny isn't something randomly decided by the universe. It's the outcome of the actions we performed in previous lives. And here's the truth that often goes unnoticed. If we chose our actions freely in past lives, then we must have free will in this life too. To understand how this works, we need to look at the three types of karma. Sanchit karma. This is the complete storehouse of every action you've ever done across lifetimes. Think of it like a massive cloud storage drive. Years and years of experiences, choices, and intentions. Prarabdha karma. Now from that giant file, life picks a few key folders, and that becomes your current destiny. These are the cards you've been dealt. You didn't choose them this time around. Maybe you were born into wealth or into hardship. Maybe you have natural talent or certain health struggles. That's Prarabdha. It's the small slice of karma from your entire past that you're meant to work through in this life. Kriyamana karma. Here's where it gets powerful. These are the actions you're doing right now, the ones you choose consciously, and they matter. They create your future karma, which may unfold later in this life or in the next. So what determines our life? Not just fate, not just effort, but a combination of the two, which means even if you've been given a rough starting point, your present effort can rewrite where you're headed. This isn't just theory. You see it everywhere. A child born into poverty who becomes a businessman, a former addict who overcomes his past and rises to become a famous celebrity. A student who struggled in school becomes a world-class scientist. Were these people destined for greatness? Maybe not. But what they had was resolve. They didn't surrender to the script. They rewrote the script using their own free will. Free will is one of the greatest gifts we've been given. Without it, there would be no real meaning in what we do. We couldn't choose kindness over anger or courage over fear. We couldn't take responsibility for our mistakes or take pride in our growth. And most of all, we couldn't love, because love requires choice. A machine cannot love you. It can only follow code. But a soul with freedom can love by its own will. That's why we were given free will, so that we could choose goodness, choose truth, choose the divine, not by force, but from within. So what did we learn from this? That we're not here to live by default. We're here to choose, to grow, and to shape our own journey. If this message resonated with you, I humbly ask you to give this video a like. It helps these ideas reach others who may be questioning their own power. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. It helps me continue the work of turning ancient wisdom into everyday clarity. We're not prisoners of our past. Even when the path looks dark, even when fate seems unkind, your present effort holds the key to a different outcome. Just like a river carves its own way, even through stone, your persistent actions create new roots in the terrain of life. So the next time you feel powerless, the next time life seems difficult, the next time a voice says, "This is just your destiny, accept it," remember this: yes, some parts were written, but many more are waiting for you to write them. The pen is still in your hands. So, I'll leave you with a simple truth. Destiny gives you the starting point, effort gives you the direction, and faith gives you the strength to keep walking. Use all three and watch the path unfold. Thank you for watching. I hope this gave you something to think about, something to feel, or maybe even something to act on. In the end, your story is yours to write. So write it with purpose, one choice at a time.